from the Channel3000.com Alert Center. This is News 3 Now at 10.
And thanks for joining us. The snow is expected to continue overnight, and that'll likely mean a tricky commute to work tomorrow morning as temperatures will dramatically fall off after the snow falls. Once again tonight, we have team coverage of the storm. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti on the backyard patio and Jamie Perez keeping an eye on current road conditions tonight. But let's go right to Gary. He has the latest on how much snow we can expect in the bitter cold that will follow. Gary?
Well, Eric, here in the backyard, we've picked up perhaps a little less than an inch of snow, and it's still snowing lightly. We'll probably pick up another half inch or so here in the Madison area. You can see the heavier bands of snow now starting to shift to the south and east of Madison, and areas to the north and west are seeing that snow become a little lighter in intensity or just seeing some brief snow showers. But we could see snow off and on through the overnight hours, and flurries will wind down tomorrow morning. Visibilities are lower to our east, a little bit higher to the west. That's an indication that the snow is lightening up in intensity, but we do have alert days in the forecast overnight into early tomorrow morning for that light snow, probably 1 to 3 inches of snow at the 3-inch amounts, more likely eastern Jefferson County, maybe eastern Rock County, and then it'll be windy during the day tomorrow with falling temperatures through the single digits in the afternoon. Wind chills will be down below zero, and by Friday morning we could be looking at near record cold. In fact, tomorrow skies will start turning partly sunny once the snow ends. Temperatures will start out in the lower teens, drop into the single digits by late afternoon, and by Friday morning temperatures could be down into the teens below zero. That'll be close to record low temperature levels. Later on, I'll take a look at when we can expect some relief from the cold in the upcoming days.
Okay, Gary, thank you. Let's get a live look now at the road conditions. This is the Beltline. The city's street crews say it is deploying its typical snowfall response tonight. 32 trucks will be out for the entirety of the storm. But depending on the temperatures, it'll impact how they treat the roadways. Salt will be switched over to sand when it gets below 20 degrees tonight. Jamie Perez joins us live with current road conditions, an update, and what you can expect for your morning commute. Jamie?
We're kind of getting a double dose of winter with the snow and the really cold temperatures overnight. As you can see, snow is starting to accumulate here on the ground. It's a little bit slippery as well, which is making for some slippery road conditions here on the streets. The Beltline looks like it's moving pretty steadily right now. Cars are going pretty slow, as they should be. But again, like tomorrow, you should prepare for the worst. Prepare for slippery roads in your AM commute. And we've had relatively clear roads so far this winter, but they are predicting the storm is a bit of a different animal. The roads have been pre-treated with a salt brine mix to keep the snow from sticking to the roads. And as mentioned before, when it hits below 20 degrees tonight, they are going to be switching from salt to sand on the roads. And this time, they're expecting to use more sand than usual.
Typically when we're spreading sand, it's just residential areas, hills, curves, intersections, places where we need it, because everywhere in the city, even the main thoroughfares might need to get sand, and when it gets super cold like this, then we're going to have to wind up using a little bit more than what's typical. I don't have a tonnage amount, but there's going to be more out there.
So be slow, be safe, be patient, prepare for slippery roads throughout the rest of the night and throughout this weekend as well. The salts will not be effective until the temperatures warm up again. So before you head out tomorrow morning, be sure to keep checking the app for our updates and tune into News 3 Now this morning. I know that they're going to be giving some live drive updates and road conditions as well. So make sure you're keeping up to date on the latest information before you head out the door.
All right, Jamie Perez reporting live out in the elements tonight. Jamie, thank you. And when you're away from your TV, be sure to download our Channel 3000 First Warn traffic and weather app. It has all the information you need during any snow event. It is free right now in your app store. The Janesville Police Department releasing some new information tonight about the double homicide investigation from earlier this week. Tonight, detectives say they've identified a suspect in the case. They are not naming that individual or if they've been arrested. They say the suspect was known to both victims, Brittany McAdory and Sierra Winchester, who both died of gunshot wounds. They were found along Midvale Drive in Janesville early Monday morning. A Wisconsin political activist who pleaded guilty to intentionally trying to buy nuclear material online is now on supervised release. A U.S. District Judge sentenced Jeremy Ryan to the time he's already served and 2 years of supervised release. Ryan's been in custody since August of 2018. His attorneys claimed he planned to use the radioactive material to take his own life. New tonight, the Wisconsin Elections Commission has decided not to require local clerks to send 2 ballots to the tens of thousands of people who wanted to vote absentee in the April 7th presidential primary. Earlier this month, the commission told the clerks they had to send 2 ballots in order to comply with different deadlines under state and federal laws. Today, the commission voted unanimously to delay enforcing the law to avoid what commissioners worried would create chaos when voters received 2 ballots. Troy Price, the chairman of the Iowa Democratic Party, has resigned. That move comes a week after overseeing the chaotic Iowa caucuses, which was a disastrous start to the beginning of the 2020 election cycle. The Iowa Democratic Party failed to report any results from its first-in-the-nation presidential caucus until nearly 24 hours after they started. When it did report those results, they were filled with errors. Well, the head of the Wisconsin Department of Corrections says it's very unlikely that a youth prison in northern Wisconsin will close on time. That's after a committee voted down funding for its replacement. You'll recall back in 2018, the legislature agreed to close Lincoln Hills after many reported problems. The state set up a timeline to close the facility by 2021. In order to meet that deadline, new facilities had to be built or old ones need to be improved. Joint Finance Committee approved money for 4 county facilities today, but without funding 2 larger, better equipped state facilities, there aren't enough places for those young people to go.
The way that we demonstrate our priorities is where we put our investments, where we spend our money. And right now, we're making a decision not to spend our money to do what's best for the kids in this state and move these 2 Type 1 projects forward.
Another piece of this deals with the Mendota Juvenile Treatment Center. In budget discussions, the state laid out a plan to expand the center to help accommodate some juveniles from Lincoln Hills and Copper Lake, which is a girls' facility. But today, Joint Finance didn't release that money, putting further strain on the situation. A 15-year-old boy is dead after a crash between a snowmobile and an SUV in Seymour this morning. The Outagamie County Sheriff's Department says the teen didn't stop at an intersection where the road collided with that vehicle. The teen died at the scene. The victim, a freshman at Seymour High School. The sheriff's office says they do not anticipate charges to be filed against the driver of that SUV. Dr. Joe Daniels, the dean of business administration at Marquette University, was hit and killed on campus last night. University President Michael Lovell says he was a campus fixture for more than 30 years. Authorities say Daniels was crossing a main street on campus when a 20-year-old female driver struck him. According to the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, she was arrested on suspicion of drunk driving. A federal judge has denied Roger Stone's request for a new trial in his obstructing Congress and tampering with a witness trial connected to the Robert Mueller investigation. The announcement was made public today. Stone is scheduled for sentencing next week. Just yesterday, all 4 prosecutors in the trial resigned after the DOJ undercut their sentencing recommendations. A South Florida jury has acquitted a Chinese national accused of trespassing in President Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort a couple months ago. 56-year-old Liu Jing was, however, found guilty of resisting an officer. Police say security asked her to leave the property. This was in December, but she came back later and was seen taking pictures. Jing testified, saying she didn't understand the security guard and she didn't see any signs saying no trespassing or no photos. State Department of Health says there are no longer any pending cases of coronavirus in Wisconsin. In total, 15 people were tested. Just 1 came out positive. That was here in Dane County. Today, a Centers for Disease Control and Prevention official says coronavirus could gain a foothold in the U.S. They say while most cases of the virus are in China, the U.S. should be prepared for it to increase here. Right now, there are 13 confirmed cases in the entire United States. The Dalai Lama also canceling all of his public engagements until further notice due to the spread of coronavirus. According to a statement from his office, the Dalai Lama's personal physician as well as consultants have advised those postponements. Dane County Emergency Management is working to help UW Health doctors save more out of hospital cardiac arrest patients. EMS providers are being trained on how to identify in the field if a patient is eligible for a life support technology. It's known as ECMO. Doctors say this partnership is crucial and for some patients can be the difference between life and death.
If you're a victim of sudden out-of-hospital cardiac arrest, your chances of neurologically intact survival, that is going home to your family, the same patient you were before the arrest, is roughly 400% higher than the national average.
EMS providers and doctors will have a 1-hour window to identify if a patient meets the criteria for ECMO, transport them to UW Hospital, and get the patient on support, all while maintaining compressions. Dr. Glazer says out-of-hospital cardiac arrests affect over 350,000 Americans each year and currently have a survival rate of less than 10%. Madison Parks Commission is set to vote on a new ordinance, quickly making its way through the city government. The rule would allow leash dogs into most city parks. Currently, dogs are only only allowed in a few. After tonight, the ordinance will likely go to the Board of Public Works and then to the full City Council by the end of the month. The Nonpartisan Government Accountability Office is warning of significant risks to the 2020 census. Most of the concerns were in regards with the census preparation, including inadequate recruitment and hiring, missed target dates, and significant cybersecurity challenges. And the Madison Public Library hosting a series of census recruitment events across several of their locations. Representatives for the U.S. Census are on site to help those interested in becoming census takers with the application process. City Planner Ben Zeller says libraries allow city staff to reach people across many demographics in the community directly.
Having that level of community engagement through the libraries is helpful with connecting to, traditionally undercounted communities, as well as, really people all around Madison on the census.
The library employees say they've seen the most success so far at their downtown and East Washington locations. Now, as of last month, the Census Bureau says still has more than 24,000 positions available. That is all across the state. Still ahead tonight, your updated first warn forecast as temperatures start to fall out there. But first, a new study says playing golf can lead to a longer life. We'll have that story when we come back.
Ashley Home Store's 72-hour mattress marathon is through President's Day Monday. Find unbeatable mattress doorbusters up to 70% off during the biggest sale of the year. Plus instant savings up to $800 through President's Day Monday at Ashley Home Store.
Exciting things call for a drum roll, like this new offer on one of Wisconsin's favorite lotto games. It's Badger 5 Double Jackpot Days. If a jackpot is won, there's a 1 in 2 chance that it doubles. This offer is included with every Badger 5 purchase, only in February. This exciting offer from the Wisconsin Lottery is going fast.
All right then, why do professional builders and remodelers choose Nuns? Seems to be reason number 151, which must be Nuns Boutique Selections. And maybe the big box prices? Ah, yeah, best of both worlds. Just like at the big box. Oh, maybe not. So why should you choose Nuns? Isn't it obvious? Nuns, kitchen, bath, and flooring.
Built for your next adventure, it's the 2020 Subaru Crosstrek Premium at Don Miller. With symmetrical all-wheel drive, the Crosstrek has vehicle dynamics control and EyeSight driver assist technology. Lease the Crosstrek Premium, $239 per month plus tax, 36 months, 10,000 miles per year, no security deposit, $1939 due at signing. Get all-wheel drive plus MPG. The 2020 Crosstrek Premium at Don Miller Subaru, West on Odana or East Side, High Crossing Boulevard, Madison.
Don Miller. You know who really loves fresh food? Amateur chefs, stay-at-home parents, salad lovers, barbecuers, smorgasborders, hors d'oeuvres, fondue-ers, and flambéers, midnight snackers, brown baggers, bakers, and throw it in the microwavers. At Pick and Save, you can get all the fresh you want at a great price with same-day pickup and delivery. Because we believe in fresh for everyone.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's 72-hour sale is through Monday only. Save thousands instantly on price drops from top appliance manufacturers. Get interest-free financing, plus a 10-year limited warranty and doorbusters store-wide. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Thursday morning, we'll talk about some of the subtle signs of heart disease you'll want to look out for.
And it's an alert day with snow slowing down your morning commute. We'll have live updates on the road conditions before you head out the door starting at 4:30.
Well, if you or someone you know has always wanted to be an astronaut, now is a chance to make it happen. NASA is hiring the space agency, accepting applications for its next class of astronauts from March 2nd to the 31st. Among the requirements, U.S. citizenship and a master's degree in one of the STEM fields, science, technology, engineering, or math. Candidates must also pass NASA's long-duration space flight physical. American astronaut Christina Cook speaking for the first time about her record-breaking 328 days in space. It's now been a week since she returned to Earth. The 41-year-old Michigan native holds the record for the longest single space flight for any woman. She talked about her adventure today at NASA's Johnson Space Center.
I've always said about any record that you set that my biggest hope is that it's exceeded as soon as possible.
During her time in orbit, Cook completed 6 spacewalks, including the first one by an all-female team. Researchers are ready to study Cook's time in space to better understand how long missions affect the female body. Edgewood College has been named one of the top 10 military-friendly schools in the country. The military-friendly standard measures an organization's commitment, effort, and success in creating sustainable and meaningful benefits to the military community. Edgewood has earned that designation for each of the past 10 years, but this is the first time that it's earned a top 10 ranking. Americans are in debt more now than ever before. Some of that debt comes from new homeowners. As mortgage interest rates continue to stay low, people are buying more homes. But when it comes to spending, U.S. households are putting more on credit. The Federal Reserve says outstanding credit card debt grew by $57 billion in 2019. It says total household debt rose by $193 billion at the end of last year, setting a new record of $14 trillion for Americans. That's more debt than 2008, when the U.S. was on the verge of a recession. According to a new study, golfing may help older adults live longer. The preliminary research found playing golf at least once a month can lower the risk of premature death in older adults 65 and up. The comprehensive findings will be presented later this month at the American Stroke Association International Stroke Conference in LA. Now, if the findings are accurate, it's good news for millions of people. According to the National Golf Foundation, nearly 25 million people in the United States play golf. And finally, some good news on the climate change front. Global emissions by carbon dioxide in 2019 were level with those of 2018. That's according to a report released by the International Energy Agency. Overall, 33 billion metric tons of carbon dioxide were emitted worldwide from energy usage in 2019. But considering the world economy expanded by nearly 3%, no increase is a sign of progress. A reminder once again tonight, be safe out there if you're on the ice. Up in Winnebago County, there have now been 5 reports of vehicles breaking through in just the past 5 days. The last 3 happened on Lake Winneconne. The good news here is while there have been those reported breakthroughs, there have been no injuries to report. All right, might solidify a little in the next couple of days. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti talking about snowfall tonight and the chill that is to follow.
I'm gonna go all out and say it's gonna be bitter cold. I'm not gonna say chill. It's gonna be downright cold. Let's start out by taking a look at some of the snow accumulations we've seen so far this evening. The National Weather Service office in Sullivan, Wisconsin, and eastern Jefferson County has 2 inches of snow. Watertown, 1.5 inches. Here at the station, we picked up about just a little over 1 inch of snow. Janesville, Sauk City at 1 inch, and then farther out to the west, Boscobel about 1/2 inch. So that's kind of what we were thinking. Lesser totals to the west, more to the east, and much of the accumulating snow will probably be dying down over the next couple of hours. You can see the heavier bands of snow now shifting eastward toward Milwaukee and down into the Chicago area. To the west, the snow becoming more spotty in nature. There are spots where the snow comes down for a little bit, but then it just kind of tapers to flurries. If we look at the visibilities, you can see visibility down to 1.25 miles in Juneau, 1.25 miles in Viroqua, but most of southwestern Wisconsin now seeing visibilities in the 3 to 5 mile range. At that point, the snow really not accumulating very much. Alert days remain in the forecast overnight into early Thursday morning for that light snow of about 1 to 3 inches. Heaviest amounts east of Madison, and then for tomorrow and Friday. Windy with falling temperatures during the day tomorrow into the single digits in the afternoon. Wind chills staying below 0. By Friday morning, temperatures down to between 10 and 15 below 0. That'll be our coldest temperature of the winter. The first time in Madison where the temperature has gone below 0, and we could be close to the record low of 13 set back in 1951. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Windy and colder tomorrow, and then that near record cold Friday morning. Wind chills down to 25 below 0, but as temperatures come right back up into the 30s for the weekend, we'll see some light snow chances from Saturday afternoon into Saturday night. The snow tonight, about 1 to 3 inches. Heaviest amounts well to the south of us into the Chicago area. On future track, you can see that snow already winding down by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, and then it's just the cold northerly winds that just kind of take hold and stay with us through tomorrow night. Now, by early Friday morning, the center of high pressure is located just to our south and west, so the winds will be pretty light. That will lessen the wind chill effect, but still we'll be looking at very cold temperatures down to about 10 to 15 below 0. Then on Friday, those winds pick up out of the south, and by Saturday, the clouds start moving in, and by later in the afternoon, we could start to see some light snow develop. As we check out the advisories right now, winter weather advisories to our south and to our west. A lot of this is just for blowing snow through northern Iowa. Temperatures right now, 31 in Madison, single digits in the Twin Cities, and almost 20 below 0 in Fargo, North Dakota, where wind chills right now are down to between 30 and almost 40 below below zero. By tomorrow morning, the snow will have ended. Look for a windy, a much colder day, high of 12 in the morning, then falling temperatures. And again, the snow tonight, about 1 to 3 inches. The heavier amounts probably eastern Jefferson County, east of Janesville, or in Rock County. But the wind chills, notice by tomorrow afternoon, already below zero. And by early on Friday morning, we're down to about 20 below zero here. As we check out the 7 to 10 day forecast, you'll see those temperatures right back up into the 30s for the weekend. There'll be some light snow Saturday afternoon, Saturday night. Another system could bring in some accumulating snow Monday and Tuesday of next week. But by the end of the week, temperatures should be up around 40. Then we'll have to start worrying about trucks falling through the ice again.
Yeah, boy, I don't know if I'm quite ready for the temperatures we're going to see in these next couple days.
Well, at least it'll be a short cold spell.
Yeah, that's been the good part. We haven't seen much of that this winter. Gary, thank you. You're welcome. Stick around. The Bucks try to pick up a win before they hit the All-Star break down in Indianapolis, taking on Malcolm Brogdon and the Pacers. Sports is next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
We're here at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Tom, people are loving this place.
They sure are, Jerry. Let's go see who Tina's chatting with now.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we have some beautiful ladies joining us. What are you up to tonight, girls?
Girls' night.
We're getting some drinks.
I want to win that car.
Sounds great. Are you feeling lucky? What's your favorite slot machine? Oh, to you guys.
Looks like those ladies are on a mission.
Oh, it's about to go down.
It's Steinhoffel's biggest President's Day sale ever. Save 35 to 75% store-wide, plus an extra $100 off. Get incredible bonus buys like this counter height stool, $49. 3-piece dining set, $249. Chase sofa or this queen bed, $499. Power recline sofa, $599. 7-piece sectional, $15.99. Plus, Steinhoffel's now carries purple mattresses. Try it before you buy it. And 60-month special financing. Shop Steinhoffel's President's Day sale.
President's Day means more savings at the Brothers Maine President's Day Super Sale. Get in right now for the sale of the season with more savings on more brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. We've got a lot more satisfaction for you at Maine, like up to 18-month 0% financing and free delivery to make life a little easier. Hey, there's more home satisfaction at the Moore store. The President's Day Super Sale. More selection, more savings, and more satisfaction today at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
Auto Show concept cars are great, especially when affordability is part of the concept. Announcing Auto Show savings time at your local Ford dealer. Now get great deals on Explorer, Escape, EcoSport, F-150, and more. Every Ford is proudly built with tomorrow's technology today, all with huge savings. Now that's a great concept. Now get $5,000 total cash back on EcoSport during Auto Show savings time at your local Ford dealer. Hurry in.
This Valentine's Day at Papa Murphy's, heat things up to 425 degrees. Right now, get the Heart Baker Pizza, our signature pepperoni pizza in the shape of a heart for just $10. Fall in love with one today for just $10. We make it, you bake it, Papa Murphy's.
The Build, Remodel, and Landscape Show is coming. Shop, compare, and save big this weekend. Admission is free, only at the Monona Terrace Convention Center.
So my son says to me, Mom, did you switch your Medicare plan yet? And I say, yes, Robert. Dad and I signed up for a Medicare Advantage plan through Senior Preferred. And he says, Senior Preferred? And I say, yes, Senior Preferred. They give us access to the doctors we want and the drug benefits we need. And he says, that's nice. So how is Dad doing? And I say, your father is fine. My living room, on the other hand.
Senior Preferred. Medicare Advantage plans built for you.
Get the facts with Reality Check, only on News 3 Now.
Saying no Giannis, no problem is blasphemy, but the Deer are 5-0 without him this season. The Greek Freak missing a second straight game, officially for personal reasons, but he and his girlfriend just had their first baby, so understandably not in action tonight against the Pacers. Last game before the All-Star break, they trailed by 25 in this one before mounting a comeback. Chris Middleton, Sterling Brown, and the Deer whittled the lead all the way down to 4. But Malcolm Brogdon playing for a new team. High percentage of new uniform, same Brogdon, 17 points, 13 assists. TJ Warren was the story. He had 35 points on 16 of 19 shooting. Bucks lose 118-111. They hit the All-Star break 46 A former Colorado head football coach and former Badgers defensive back Mel Tucker has been around some great football minds. Played for Barry Alvarez, worked for Nick Saban, and was a defensive coordinator for 3 NFL teams. Now he's back to where he started as a grad assistant, hired as Michigan State's head coach. Introduced today, Tucker played for the Badgers' 1993 Rose Bowl championship team and bolted from Colorado after just 1 season. But if you're a fan of football in any way, he says he's your guy.
Anyone who knows me knows that I love the game of football. Football's given me everything I have. I love people who love the game. I love people who love the game. My players, coaches, fans, media. If you love it, I probably like you.
That's good. Marquette at Villanova, Golden Eagles down 6. Marcus Howard became the Big East's all-time leading scorer tonight. Cans the triple, 3 of his 24, but down 3 with 5.6 to go. Oh, comes up short. So you have to miss the next one. See the score there, but this is just depressing. But he misses the rim. Villanova hangs on to win 72-71. Brewers, pitchers and catchers reported to spring training today. Some guys get to Phoenix a little early, but today was officially move-in day. The pitcher-catcher dynamic, probably the one that needs the most work, especially if you've never been with an organization before.
I'm a different arm slot kind of guy, and you know, give them a chance to see what I like to do, how I like to work. I get a chance to get used to them and how they set up and whatnot. But I think in spring training in general is important for all of us kind of younger service time guys, because there's a chance to compete, there's a chance to show the coaches what you can do, what you can't do, and how you're going to contribute to this team and really fight for a spot.
Pop quiz: is this Door County, Tyrol Basin, or Kabul, as in Kabul, Afghanistan? Ahmad Ramal Hayat founded the Afghan Snowboarding Federation and decided to give some lessons. This location was a center of warfare in the 1990s, but now it's a perfect 5,980 feet of powder action. It's registered with the International Snowboard Federation, but the Afghan government hasn't given them any money yet. Come on, dough for snow. We're back after this.
Ashley Home Store's 72-hour mattress marathon is through President's Day Monday. Find unbeatable mattress doorbusters up to 70% off during the biggest sale of the year, plus instant savings up to $800 through President's Day Monday at Ashley Home Store.
Another reason East Madison Toyota customers love our eVantage program, the digital buying experience. Everything was online, didn't have to go to the dealership. Great price and financing. They even delivered the car to my house. This is the way car buying should be. It's fast and easy. The eVantage program at the #1 Toyota certified pre-owned dealer in Wisconsin, East Madison Toyota, conveniently located off I-90 and 151.
He's thinking recliner. You're thinking sofa. It's okay. Everyone wins at the President's Sale at Slumberland Furniture. 25% off unadvertised items. Plus, for 3 days only, Saturday through Monday, get incredible doorbuster deals marked way down. Like this dual reclining sofa for just $398. This rustic bed for just $244. This Sealy Posturepedic mattress for only $294. And did you know you get free shipping with no minimum? The 3-day President's Sale at Slumberland Furniture.
See the elephants, tigers, dogs, and all the fun to be had at the Shrine Circus. Enjoy the magnificent elephants while you still can and make memories for a lifetime. Bring the family one and all to the Shrine Circus.
Come to the circus, the biggest show in town.
Welcome to Unity Point Health. It's a more attention, all questions answered, we see it from your perspective kind of care. It's a hello rather than a next. It's a I can't believe they did that for me moment in their life. It's the power of healthy relationships. People are amazing. We're here to help keep them that way. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
He's been a leader
throughout the country for the past 12 years. Mr. Michael Bloomberg is here.
Leadership in action. Mayor Bloomberg and President Obama worked together in the fight for gun safety laws, to improve education, and to develop innovative ways to help teens gain the skills needed to find good jobs.
At a time when Washington is divided in old ideological battles, he shows us what can be achieved when we bring people together to seek pragmatic solutions.
I'm Mike Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's 72-hour sale is through Monday only. Save thousands instantly on price drops from top appliance manufacturers. Get interest-free financing, plus a 10-year limited warranty and doorbusters store-wide. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
This portion of News 3 Now is sponsored by the Wisconsin Lottery, reminding you to please play responsibly.
Gary rejoins us for the latest on what's happening.
Snow is still moving through southern Wisconsin. The heavier bands are now shifting east of Madison. You see the visibility starting to improve over southwestern Wisconsin. Tomorrow, those temperatures start out in the lower teens and drop during the day. And look at these temperatures by Friday morning. 11 below zero in Madison. And you factor in the winds, we're looking wind chills about 20 below zero.
Well, they'll have the latest on News 3 Now this morning for what's happening out there for your morning commute. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
There may be no better indication of the inequity of opportunity in America than wealth disparities, and one glaring example of that is the disappearance of the middle class in America. Simply put, the rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer, and there is no middle. Thanks to competitive funding from philanthropic initiative Schmidt Futures, UW-Madison has chosen 3 finalists to advance for their strategies to expand and strengthen the middle class. Thrive Dane, Earn Dane, and Clocked all have ideas to help vulnerable families, help food service businesses fill open shifts with available workers, and help workers prepare for net income changes. All are examples of innovative ideas the initiative hopes will increase the net income of 10,000 Dane County families by 10%. The middle class has always represented equal opportunity. We need it back, and we welcome any and all help with that.